In today's world, finding peace of mind often feels impossible. Between constant notifications, tight schedules, stressful work environments, and unexpected challenges, our minds are pulled in 1,000 directions. We feel overwhelmed, anxious, and restless. But the truth is, humans have been facing chaos and uncertainty for thousands of years. And over 2,000 years ago, a group of philosophers called the Stoics discovered how to remain calm, no matter what life throws at them. Their wisdom is simple, practical, and just as powerful now as it was then. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Imagine being the most powerful person in the world and still reminding yourself daily that you cannot control everything. That's the essence of Stoicism. Peace does not come from controlling the world, it comes from mastering your thoughts and how you respond to it. A calm mind begins with this recognition. Stoicism is not about being emotionless or indifferent. It's not about pretending nothing bothers you. Instead, it's about understanding that while emotions naturally arise, we are not slaves to them. We can feel anger, fear, or frustration, but still choose how to respond. The Stoics believed that suffering comes not from events themselves, but from our judgment of those events. Epictetus said, "Some things are in our control and some are not." This is called the Dichotomy of Control. What's in your control? Your thoughts, your actions, your decisions. What's outside your control? Everything else, the weather, other people's opinions, accidents, and even outcomes. When you truly accept this, you free yourself from endless frustration. For example, if someone insults you, you cannot control their words. But you can control your response. You can either let anger consume you or see the insult as meaningless because their opinion doesn't change your worth. Take traffic as another example. You cannot control how fast the cars move or when the lights change. But you can choose to stay calm, maybe listen to music or an audiobook. The situation remains the same, but your peace depends entirely on how you choose to frame it. This is why Stoicism is so powerful. It shifts focus from what you wish you could control to what you actually can. This shift alone removes so much unnecessary stress. The Stoics also practice something called negative visualization. Seneca described it as imagining loss ahead of time. He wrote, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." This means we mentally prepare ourselves for setbacks before they happen. For example, spend a moment imagining life without something you take for granted: your health, your job, your loved ones. This isn't meant to depress you. Instead, it sharpens your appreciation for what you have right now. If you imagine losing your phone and then realize it's still in your pocket, you suddenly value it more. If you think about losing time with someone you care about, you become more present when you're with them. And when real challenges do come, as they inevitably do, you're not shocked. You've trained for it. Your mind remains steady instead of panicked. Another Stoic practice is Amor Fati, or love of fate. This is the idea of not just accepting what happens, but embracing it as necessary. Epictetus advised, "Do not seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for things to happen as they do." Imagine waking up and instead of resisting life's difficulties, you say, "This is exactly what I need to grow stronger." If you lose a job, Amor Fati says, accept it and look for what's next, instead of being consumed by anger or regret. If you face illness, Amor Fati invites you to focus on what you can still do rather than what's been taken away. When you align yourself with reality instead of fighting it, your mind becomes lighter and calmer. Marcus Aurelius lived by this principle while ruling an empire. During a devastating plague, he wrote in his journal, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He saw obstacles not as reasons to despair, but as opportunities to practice virtue and strength. This brings us to one of Stoicism's most powerful tools, journaling. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations was essentially his personal diary, a place where he reflected on his thoughts, reminded himself of Stoic wisdom, and corrected his own behavior. He wrote things like, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Journaling gives you space to observe your mind, to separate yourself from your impulses and to question them. You might write down, "What upset me today? Was it within my control? Did I react with calmness, or did I let emotions rule me? What can I do better tomorrow?" Over time, this habit reprograms your mind to default to calm rather than chaos. Stoicism is also deeply practical. You can integrate it into your daily life with simple routines. In the morning, take 1 minute to prepare yourself for the day ahead. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, 'Today I will meet people who are rude, arrogant, and selfish. They are like this because they do not understand good from evil.' By preparing in advance, you're less surprised or hurt when difficulties come. Throughout the day, practice pausing before you react. The Stoics taught that between a stimulus and our response, there is always a small space. That space is where freedom lies. When something angers you, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace of mind? Is this within my control? Most of the time, the answer is no. In the evening, reflect on your day. Seneca advised reviewing your actions every night, asking, what did I do well? What could I have done better? What passions did I give into? This quiet reflection strengthens self-awareness and helps you grow. Here's an exercise. Write down your top 3 worries right now. Then cross out everything you cannot control. What's left? That is where you focus your effort. Everything else must be released. This is how you keep your mind clear and calm. A calm mind doesn't come from avoiding problems, it comes from facing them with wisdom and perspective. The Stoics lived in times far harsher than ours. Wars, plagues, and political chaos were constant, yet they found peace not by changing their circumstances, but by changing their minds. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If you feed your mind with fear and complaints, you will live in turmoil. If you train it to accept, to focus only on what you can control, and to see obstacles as opportunities, peace follows naturally. Remember this: storms will come, people will be rude, plans will fail, the world will remain unpredictable. But within all of this, you still have one thing that is always yours: your mind. Master it, and you will remain calm in any storm. The Stoics didn't wait for peace, they created it moment by moment, thought by thought. You can do the same. Control what you can, let go of what you cannot. Love your fate even when it's hard. And above all, remember, the calm you're seeking has been within you all along. So I'll leave you with this question. Will you continue letting the world shake you? Or will you take the Stoic path and master yourself instead? Because when you do, nothing outside you will ever have the power to disturb your inner peace again.